Hey everyone, Burton's back. We're continuing as the Mallisters, and it's a Game of Thrones night, so this is why we're getting an episode uploaded for you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the series so far. Apologies there's not been any Baratheon updates recently. Still a few niggles with that save game. I'm having to do some slight edits to get it back where it was. That's what happens when you try and update things. Anyway, back to where we were. So here we are, Jason, Lord of Seaguard. We're going to move things on a little bit faster than normal. We've got the twins. Good thing about the twins is we've got a claim on the twins. Also, opportunities arisen. Tywin Lannister is battling the Iron Throne, and the Freys have gone off to the Westerlands, which you can see down here. One of the first things we need to do is get ourselves a slightly better Master of Arms. So, like we were having a look last time, we were trying to get Varys over to our side. It's not happened just yet, but I'm keeping the faith. I think if we can get him around about 50 or 60 in terms of opinion, he will come over to us. As you can see right now, he's just a no, which is fine. We'll get him in the end. Our Spy Master position is open for him, so I'm keeping the faith there. In terms of some of martial ability, we can see that all the top guys are pretty much all taken up. None of them will come to us. But it got me thinking, who was loyal to the king? Who was loyal to the true king? The Targaryens. And there was a man, and his name was Barristan. Now the issue with Barristan, as you might be able to see here, is he's now blind. Good thing though, is even with his blindness, he's still got some exceptional skills. And for that reason, and that reason only, we're going to be inviting him over to court. He's going to be our new Master at Arms, and we're also going to get him to train up Patrick, because that's pretty much what we need for the lads. Okay, so he's accepted our gracious invitation. Let's get him all added up here. Right, have a quick look at Barristan. So he's skilled commander, strong, obviously a knight, skilled fighter, duelist, so some really good statistics there. Hopefully he can pass some of that on to my son. We'll see. Ideally with Patrick I would like his learning a little bit more, but I don't really know if we've got the time. He's with Brynden. Brynden is statistically better. So, you know what, that being said, let's leave him with Brynden. And let's have Barristan even, the blind, give me advice on the battlefield, because I think that would be handy. Right, one of the things we need to look at here is we've got the army of Stevern. Stevern are heading down to the Banefort. Hopefully they'll start besieging it, start losing a couple of troops. While they're doing that, we'll start raising up our forces. In terms of plans itself, we've got to think of some contingencies here. At the twins right now, we can see that the levy is pretty much all gone. They've got a garrison of about 2,000, so we'll probably need about 2,500–3,000 men to actually take that. Good news is, we've actually got slightly more. The bad news is, I'd imagine that when we try and besiege the twins, it would take us probably the best part of maybe a year or so, unless we assault the holdings. So our options are this. We can employ some delaying tactics, maybe the odd 100–200 men throughout there and just hold up this army as it tries to come back. Or maybe we just force this army into a fight on terrain that better suits ourselves. So we're looking maybe something with a modifier here. They've got to cross a major river. That would give us a benefit. They would receive a combat penalty. Now that's only really going to come to effect if they've probably got less than 1,000 more men than us. So what we'll do right now is we're just going to wait for a moment. We're going to see if these 6,000 men... Oh, Holiness is gone. If these 6,000 men actually start suffering from attrition. To the noble Lord Jason, you should be happy to know that I, King Robert, will be holding a coronation ceremony in the Great Sept of the Faith In my honour, with the blessing of His Holiness the High Septon, you received the honour to be invited to attend a ceremony which will be held in King's Landing. We've got to be careful with this, because even though we back the rightful king, we really have to play the Game of Thrones, so what we'll do is we'll attend. Hopefully this will keep him on side for a little bit. In the meantime, they've arrived in the Banefort. And we can see right now, they don't appear to be suffering from attrition yet. Hopefully it's just a matter of time. That in comparison with the siege would actually hopefully bring down their men somewhat. Right, what to do next? This is the question here. It's a question of waiting for a moment. One of the things we'll have to do is have this war over as quickly as possible because of this. Now, one of you guys did suggest, you know, improving relations with him, so that way he's not, you know, taking titles away from me and interfering in my wars. And that's a good idea. But I just saw this opportunity and I thought, we can't resist it. We can't afford to resist it here. So, we're not going to. So the king's had his coronation again. Don't know how many coronations the man needs, but obviously he must have them. And this is taking its time. In the interim period, Tywin's dead. Jaime is now taken over. Tywin died in battle against King Robert of the Iron Throne. That's not good. And that's going to cut down our timescale quite a lot because the Freys are involved in this war. And we need a bit more time. Because once the Iron Throne starts winning against the Lannisters, they're going to start winning quite fast. So the sooner this army starts to decrease, the better. And it's just not happening. Well, not yet anyway. We'll give them until the end of July. And we'll see. In the meantime, our closest forces are in Growsome. So this will be our 307 troops. They're going to be the troops that will be trying to delay them a little bit. Right, we're in August now. Nothing's happening. Let's go to war. We've got to press this and press this fast. As you can see, the Lannisters are at 90%. We may have missed our opportunity, but we're going to go for it. Let's call everyone up. We're going to wait to the very last moment before... In fact, we're not. We're going to need more men. I was thinking about holding back mercenaries. We have 92 gold, so we're not going to put ourselves bankrupt with this. We're going to go for 1,000 men. Manfrey, you can come on over. Let's get you together. Harrison, you're not going to lead it. I will lead it. You can be on my flank and you can advise. Now, altogether we can have about 4,000... You know what? We're not going to besiege the twins. I'm going to try and lure this force back up along here and re-choose the terrain. So if we can get them to Marley Bay, they'll have a combat penalty because they'll have to be crossing the bay. Let's see if they turn round. They do, straight away. Right. Everyone in place if we can. We can't get any more. You know what? It's going to be worth it. We're going to be taking a loan. That gets us 50, takes us to 86. Let's get another band. In fact, let's not bankrupt us by doing that. We will go ahead and try and get... Oh, that's not really worth it for that. $56 gives us 30. Okay, we're going for it. So we are of slightly more equal strength now. As you can see, we're fairly even in terms of heavy infantry and pikes. They, however, are pretty much all heavy and light infantry. So a few things for us to do. Get everyone down to Marley Bay first things first. This 300 are going to remain there, hopefully hold up the advance. We've got until the 9th of September for them to get back to Kennet. And I'd imagine it'd be another week or so because it's a quite short distance to get them back over here. We'll be down on the 28th of August, which is completely fine, that's within our time periods. And if we get there in time, we'll be able to pull this 307 back to form a slightly stronger force. But we all know the phrase of cowards. If they see a force which is bigger than theirs and stronger than theirs, they might very well not pay attention to it. Right, so here we go, 20th of September they're coming down. So these 300 are going to have to be sacrificed, they won't be able to get back in time, but the sacrifice for a good reason. My forces are almost complete. And we can see they've engaged. So who have we got? Who are they fighting? We've got Stevram, we've got Raymond of Erinford, and we've got Allard of Mistlewatch. Never heard of them, but they're all dirty phrase, so you can't blame me. Right, we need to hurry up and get there. How long is this going? 26th of September. Right. There's an old hermit somewhere in the back of Marley Bay who is said to possess great wisdom as well as a razor-sharp wit. Some claim he once served in the clergy. Others say he was a mercenary captain who decided to put down his arms for good. Whatever his past, many seek him out for counsel. Will you? If the man speaks sense, then I will. So we're here. We've arrived. The Freys aren't taking the bait. They're besieging Gravestrom. Do we risk a frontal assault? This is something that we will obviously have to have a quick think about. What I might do is leave it for a moment, see if their armies actually do decrease somewhat. Good thing is so far it's just us versus them. The Lannisters obviously have lost their war, and we're going to have to do this very fast in the moment. Just lose a bit of men, that's all we want. Maybe, you know, 300-400. With the mule as your only company, you depart for the Hermit's Cave. The journey is long and the roads, where they exist at all, are in poor condition. Finally, after reaching the end of a narrow mountain path, you come upon a cave. A ragged piece of cloth is all that shields the entrance from the outside elements. Alright, old man, show yourself. Okay, the cloth parts slightly to reveal the face of an old gnarled man. He regards you in silence for a moment with his beady eyes, then disappears behind the cloth again. No solicitors, he shouts. Fair enough. Well, I have travelled far, so I won't be denied. Push the curtain aside and I enter the cave. Deep inside I find the hermit is seated on a cushion in flickering candlelight. He seems to be in some kind of trance at first, but then he opens an eye and looks at me with mild annoyance. I said I thought. Go on, spit it out, what do you want? Well, I hope you shared my wisdom, yeah. So we'll wait and see what the old hermit says, whether he gives us good tidings for this battle ahead. We're going to need it. After much badgering, the old man finally relents and permits you to stay for a few days. Well, that's alright, but I'm in a bit of a rush. You observe him carefully and learn as much as I can. In the end, his wisdom seems limited to an endless stream of platitudes and maxims. I've memorised many, and at least they will make me seem more learned in others' eyes. Okay, so I've increased my learning a little bit. Yeah, not too bad. This isn't going as well as I wanted, and they really need to hurry up a little bit. The defenders here, we've got 900 or so. Okay, we're going for it. So Quinton, myself, Barristan leading the way. Let's see what happens. Like I say, this could prove disaster or it can prove a stroke of genius. But fortune favours the bold. But history remembers the fools.